So when we knew that we were going to have to create a multi-hazard plans to meet the requirements of the grant we received from the U.S. Department of Education and Homeland Security, we knew that we needed help. And so, we reached out to the law enforcement agencies that served our district. There are four. Five fire departments served the district. So we brought in from the police and fire, we brought in the subject matter experts from the Franklin County EMA and Homeland Security. We brought in the Red Cross. We brought in the local and the county Board of Health. We invited business leaders and said, what is it that we need to be prepared for and what should these plans look like? And so we developed the plans. And then once we had the plans, every one of those groups, we went over it with a fine tooth comb and said, does this work? Will this work? Do we have the capabilities as a community to provide these resources if an event such as this happened? And so this was not created in a vacuum. It was not just the schools. The schools are the experts in educating children, but our first responders, they're the experts on how to respond to an event. And so that's why we brought them in to help us with this. So the one of the advantages about our mobile emergency response plan, the MERP, is we will, when you buy our MERP, you get that content that was developed by our subject matter experts. And then what you can do is work with your first responders to do any editing to meet the needs of your community. And so, I think back to when I first got my job as a safety director, and um, there were companies that sold flip charts, but you weren't allowed to customize it to meet the needs of your community. It was whatever they were using in this state, you had to use it in every state. And that's just not a realistic idea for your safety plans. And so we wanted to make sure that when we developed the MERP, that you could edit it yourself. You can add plans, you can remove plans, whatever it takes to meet your needs. Our MERP will do that for you.